Well, hi again, everybody. I guess it's been a while since I did a video, and now it's the hottest day of the year here in Fort Worth. I think about 108 degrees out. And it's one of those days when you don't feel like going out very much. And that kind of brings me to the topic of this video, which is isolation. I've been disabled now for more than 5.5 years. That's more than 2,000 days for those of you who like to do math. And I've noticed, really, especially in the last few months, that more and more I have been sensing a real feeling of isolation. That I feel more and more alone, and I don't want to go out as much, and I don't want to do as many things. And from what I've been reading online and interacting with other people, I guess this is not really an uncommon thing. If you're like me and self-conscious about how you look and move when you go out, and you get a little tired of the funny looks you get from people when you go places, like, oh God, what is that horrible creature doing out here in the midst of us normal people? It kind of makes you not want to go out. And when the weather is real hot, like today, when nobody wants to go out, slowly your world can shrink and it gets smaller and a little bit smaller every day, every month. And then pretty soon, maybe you can feel like you're in a really confined space, like a coffin. And it's not really just a matter of, kind of feeling sorry for yourself and that's why you don't go out. It's just that you think, well, nobody's dying to see me anyway, so why should I go? But I think the real risk, aside from just the normal socialization, is that it takes away from you a sense of having anything to look forward to. If you don't have lunch with a friend every now and then, and I was thinking, I think the last time I had lunch with a friend here in Fort Worth was maybe 3 years ago. It's been a while. But if you don't have anything to look forward to, any appointments to keep, anyone to talk to, your brain, I think, starts to shut down a little bit. You don't think in those terms anymore. You don't feel like you belong anymore. And I can easily see how over time your brain can just rust, and as your brain rusts, so does your body. If you're older, like, I am, I'm 66, you know, your body's going to be rusting anyway, so you get to this point, you don't want to move, you don't want to go anywhere, you don't really want to talk to people. It's really negative, and it's important to break out of that cycle. That's frankly one of the reasons why I do these videos, and I really appreciate the interaction I get from people who watch and subscribe. The other day I heard from a former colleague I haven't talked to in about probably 25 years, because she'd seen the videos, and so I'm very grateful for that. For those of you who are fighting a sense of isolation, whether you're disabled or not, I mean, we live in kind of an isolated age. People are more and more wrapped up in their individual stuff. How do you deal with it? How do you combat it? I'd be really interested in suggestions because I could use a few. Um, and I just want to make sure though that I get the point across that isolation is really dangerous. Not just in terms of keeping you from being depressed, but I think it can affect your overall health as well. I've heard too many stories about people who lived alone and sat in front of the TV and passed away, and nobody knew about it for a week. I just think that's indescribably tragic. So anyway, let's have those ideas. What are some good ways to keep from feeling so isolated, getting and staying more integrated in society, and having stuff to look forward to, and keeping your mind and your body active? Let's hear from you. Thanks a lot, and see you next time.